Hello everyone, I was unmuted as always. That's my way of doing things. Hope you're all feeling good today. Today we're gonna do a 1 hour reading, and until that I will have to add also a video capture device, right? Okay, that's right. Let's check this thing out. How you all doing? Hope you're doing great. Let me just put it better and just make it look a little better, and should be around here. I thought I prepared for this, but apparently I didn't. I thought the camera will take on automatically, but apparently it didn't. Alright, here we are. This is gonna be simple. I'm gonna have... I had this... Where is my chat? I've added another chat. This is for all. Let's just make a test. Testing to all. Good morning. Yeah, it's there. It's good. It's almost perfectly. I don't think... Am I live on YouTube? I might not be live on YouTube. I am. I should be. I'm gonna check real quick, but I see it doesn't sound on YouTube the same way. Yeah, I'm on. I should be on. I am on. And that's good. Let me just see if we're getting something here. Good. I am on. Alright, let's do the sound a little. Because we just need a tad, a little sound. We don't need all the sound in the world. I think that's good. Let me just see if the quality. I don't know why the quality is maximum of 4080p. No, I'm reading 70 Days by Sarah Grimm. No, I'm reading 70 Days by Sarah Grimm. I'm just gonna have to put the mic a little lower. Yeah, like this. This should be it. This should be alright. Oh. I think we're good. I think we're good. Still bummed about the quality though. I don't know why it's 480. But yeah, this will be it. I'm just gonna put here. For some reason I can't see the the YouTube chat, but of course I can't, but it's no matter, I can see it on YouTube because it doesn't take so much of my space. I just have to mute it here. And yeah, I got my reading cap and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And I'll see if the other streams went 480p, and that would be amazingly annoying. But if not, let's just increase the chat a little so we can see better what's going on. Oh no, we decrease it like this. I have to put it from the settings. And increase it a little more. Okay, have to put it like 70, 80. Alright, let's see how this goes. I think this is a little better. And we're off. We're off. Let's let me just prepare the book. I have it here. And my glasses. I can't read without my glasses. Hopefully this is gonna be a nice book. It looked like a nice book. And we're just gonna go ahead and read it. Okay. Let me just get my glasses on. It's a windy day today. I woke up pretty messed up. I think I need to eat more vegetables. My diet is clearly showing its strain. As I ate some pasta last night, and when I woke up this morning, I woke up like I was hit by a train, by a cargo ship, by everything, and it was bad. All right, I have my imagination stone so we can gather some imagination here. And we'll continue reading. Alright, so it's 70 Days by Sarah Grimm 2018 on Wattpad. I'll edit the videos after the stream and put a link to her book. If you want to read it more, you have to go on Wattpad. Unfortunately, I didn't notify her that I was going to be online. It was kind of an impromptu, and I didn't want to. I didn't have time actually, but let me just give her an email. I'm just gonna send her an email so she'll know in case she isn't around. Oh yeah, I know why the YouTube is not displayed. The YouTube chat, I really know now. Alright, where's the email? Damn, there are a lot of emails in here. Oh, here it is. I need to clean up. Alright. Sarah Grimm. I think it's let me just add also a chat box. Alright. I don't know, I'm trying different things and done. Chat box, can I move it here? We're gonna have two chat boxes. Why not? Why not? See, like this. All right, let's go ahead and let me just make myself comfortable. Set the camera on, and let's start by reading what this book is about. This outline. The world is a different place. From technological advancements, social integration, and peace from the war, it would be dangerous to interact with the world at its current state. But there will be a change in history. Luri, a rich werewolf who has a traumatizing past, wants to have a quiet life without having to dealt with some issues. You have a thing there. I don't know if that's how it should be written, but I think it's a misspelling there. But her future would have an interesting change in how she sees the world. When she bet for $20 million to circumnavigate the globe in 70 days, it is up to Luri to travel around the world in one piece. Alright, let's see. First chapter, the start of a journey. Okay. Being with sheep complicates life, especially if you're a werewolf. They tend to be scared thanks to the sharp fangs, razor-like claws, and hairy appearance every time we transform, only to post racist articles in their sheep-run news outlets. Damn sheep and their gossips about us. And don't get me started on werewolves themselves. Werewolves. They really embarrass me every full moon, though I can't blame them too hard as I do the same. Like this morning, for example. I woke up in my yard, the sun was bright like a ball of fire. Oh, sorry, I misread that. I woke up in my yard. The sun was bright like a ball of fire. I stumbled a little bit and saw my neighbor, Sam, doing the same. "Morning, Luri. How was last night?" he asked while stretching his whole body, only to withdraw his claws. "Oh, I'm doing fine. Just another crazy night," I said while checking the mail. "Well, you might want to roof," he pointed out, grinning. I look up and see why he chuckled. There was a goat on the top of his roof, probably frightened by last night's disturbance. "And that, my friends, was supposed to be dinner," I yelled. I laughed, but that's not the most bizarre thing I remember. Last time I woke up and found a couple of rib-topped pine trees and almost gotten killed by wolfsbane poisoning from the trees. Wolfsbane's poison or wolfsbane poisoning from the trees. How I haven't been dead remains a mystery. "So how's your previous servant?" he asked with a deep tone, knowing that I would be saying no as usual. I didn't answer and Sam stood in apparent silence. He was trying to read my thoughts with his sapphire-colored eye. After a short period of time, I felt his telepathic presence in my mind. Eventually, I answered in my thoughts and he was pleased. "I should get going. Farewell," he said. He decided to go back to his mansion as I was about to do the same. I walked in the yard, still in half-wolf form, opened the giant-sized door and walked up from the grand staircase. Passing through were portraits of my ancestors, all of which were in half-wolf form, as this is a fashion staple throughout the centuries. Out of all the portraits, the one that was destroyed was my family picture, of which my father is the only one where his entire face was dismembered. I look at the painting of discomfort, but at the same time satisfied at seeing my father's side. The only thing that shows up was his claws, and I was cringing at best. I put on a shirt over my upper torso, some pants, and turned the radio on a notch to the Internationale Journal. Not too loud as my hearing is hypersensitive. Then I fixed myself some fresh, stringy rabbit stew in the stove as it is breakfast time and enjoyed the meal. Until I hear door steps coming from my door. I dashed from the kitchen, looked at the door and answered it before there was a knock and what appears to be a sheep. He was tall, but not as tall as normal 6-foot stature. As my 6-foot stature. He looks like he was in his late 20s, wears a comfortable casual attire, and was definitely calm to see me despite being disorganized. And he was ready for day's work. "Good morning. You must be Luri. I've been hearing about," he said. "Excuse me, but who are you? What are you doing on my property, and would you like some rabbit stew?" I asked. "My name is Andre, and I'm the new servant." "And no, I'm fine. I just ate," he answered. I completely forgot that I hired another servant, and I hope this time he won't run away. So I tracked my claws to show proof that I'm a werewolf, and he didn't flinch. Probably experienced at his fair share of werewolf employers. That made me pleased. Finally, somebody who doesn't run away. "I will pay you an annual salary of $10,000 as long as you don't complain," I told Andre, and he agreed. "Why did you show me your claws?" he asked while entering the mansion. To show proof that you are not afraid of me," I answered, slightly excited. Then I looked at my pocket watch and I was shocked to see I was going to be late. Being late from the club would mean you're absent for the day. And I don't like absences, sorry. I didn't see that N. "All you do is clean the house while I'm gone. All you have to do is clean the house while I'm gone," I told him. And he nodded, so I ran as fast as my feet could run. I was running in 30 to 40 miles an hour, never tired. It was a good source of exercise as I didn't catch a cab. I made it to the Wolf Club in the nick of time, and I was greeted by one of the club members. It was an exclusive club of rich werewolves, and it was a humongous place to enter. I was greeted by my club friends Lucy, Edith, Yanni, and McCain. Lucy was an envious member, she was. Been good friends, but she likes to rival and win bets she can possibly make up. One time, she tried to bet a group of zookeepers by wrestling with a crocodile. And of course, she lost a bet of $150.35. Now, Yanni was my brother-in-law. He was a good guy, but could be a spoiled brat, as he recently gained inheritance from his now deceased mother. Edith was a boarding school friend of mine. She always cooks the best meals, as she was a self-taught chef since she was 5 years of age. I was jealous of her, but eventually overcame that and learned a few culinary skills here and there. Let me just put this here so it won't. Okay. And last but not least, McCain. Now he was an epsilon, or soldier, a lawyer, and eventually a congressional member of the World Senate. It was actually his nickname, as he kinda has this birthmark on his left hand that reads MC, Mc. Since then, we kept calling him the most boring nickname out there. Alright. We first had some black tea while playing a game of hearts. It is a simple game, to be honest. The rules are simple. Get rid of your heart suit, and whoever gets the most points wins. One of the club members, Lucy, lost the game as usual. I, however, didn't win that game as I came second on the scoreboard, but it was fun not giving away actual money. The five of us then had a conversation while significantly enjoying some more tea. So, how was last night? I questioned while eating some blueberry tart. It was normal, I hope, answered Yoni while putting up the scoreboard and card deck. From steam carriages faster than an adult to even reaching to the sacred moon, I do believe that we are living in the future, Edith said while reading the latest issues of the Moonlight Post. To the sacred moon. Oh, we have the sacred moon. We live in a wonderful time of innovation, I said while whipping out the crumbs of my mouth. You can travel the world in 100 days, one of them blurted out. 70 days, actually, I interrupted. They were in shock, but Lucy had an idea, probably jealous of me winning her ridiculous bets. If you come back from around the world in 17 days, I will give you $20 million in gold coins and diamond checks, she said. And if I lose? I asked, wondering what will happen. Then I will give you your medicine to shop to me, she answered with a devilish grin. No, sorry. Then you will give your medicine shop to me. Oh yeah, this makes more sense, she answered with a devilish grin. Reading properly makes more sense. I thought hard about what this means if I succeed. I don't initially care too much on the shop, but I do care about donating the money to find a cure for wolfsbane poisoning. We don't want those sheep to know our weakness and create a weapon out of it. I accept the challenge, I said enthusiastically, and with that I greeted them farewell, caught the nearest steam carriage, and counting minutes in my pocket watch. Oh, that moved fast. Alright, let's see. Let me read it again. Then, okay, so Uni or Lucy. Yeah, Lucy had an idea to bet 20 million in gold coins and diamond checks against her medicine shop against, I forgot. Let me just see. Lurie. I guess Lurie's medicine shop. I thought hard about what this means if I succeed. I don't initially care too much on the top, on the shop, but I do care about donating the money to find a cure for wolfsbane poisoning. Alright, so it's wolfsbane poisoning. We don't want those sheep to know our weakness and create a weapon out of it. I accept the challenge, I said enthusiastically. And with that I greeted them farewell, caught the nearest steam carriage and counting minutes in my pocket watch. Okay, so he did accept it for the wolfsbane poisoning. Good, let's continue to next part, because we have enough time. We do have enough time. Yo, BPS 9001 BPS. Oh, it's a play on over 9000. Did you had this before? Let's see. Let's continue on, I think, chapter 2. I don't know how this Wattpad is organized. It's called Heading Westward. Okay, this... I'm trying to put my camera to look a little better. Yes, this is properly. All right. Heading Westward, Chapter 2 by Sarah Grimm. I returned home early from the club and told Andre about the bet. He was calmly astonished at the news, and he was ready to pack up just when I saw the word. Just when I say the word. Okay, I might misunderstand here. Man, he is a great servant. I didn't even raise my voice, just like I did to the last few servants. So we packed and carried out lightweight luggage. Hey, Sarah Grimm. I'm at chapter 2, heading westward. How are you doing today? I'm just gonna leave a little space here. That's great, me too. I'm sorry that it was so last minute, but I figured this will be the best time for me to do an 1 hour reading. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading. But nice to see her here. Alright. I returned home early from the club and told Andre about the bet. He was calmly astonished at the news and was ready to pack up just when I say the word. Man, he is a great servant. I didn't even raise my voice, just like I did to the last few servants. So we packed and carried out our lightweight luggage and paid a steam cab to the nearest train station. What direction do you have in mind? He said, still confused about the ordeal. Any direction, but mainly west will do, I answered. We turned left into Washington in Arvington Street. Then, at the last minute, we paid the ship driver and leaped. Leaped to train number 3 that was going to depart as getting tickets from the booth will waste time. Oh, okay. Leap to train number 3 that was going to depart as getting tickets from the booth will waste time. And just when we find an empty compartment, a train guard appeared and shouted out, "Tickets, please." Alas, we are in a great hurry, I explained. Then I will purchase them from me. Oh, then you will purchase them from me. It's expensive, I'm afraid. $65, please. So I gave her the money and got our tickets with a thin, toothy smile as the train about to leave the city. The rolling countryside reminds me of when I was a little girl doing a lot of work from the family farm. Hauling hay, herding cattle and other animals, and maintaining house living quarters was a lot of work despite having a wealthy background. But I simply didn't care as it was part of family traditional labor. What's even worse is that I was drafted into the military during the war. Seeing a graveyard reminds me of my war buddies. I hated my father for letting them take me, but I have to be calm and respectful to him as possible. As we're getting closer to the coast, the guard let out a warning that the train will submerge in a few minutes. I accepted the warning as I've been in this train before as part of volunteer work from school. I was one of the train guards as one of my many part-time jobs that I have in my teen years. I went to the T car as hydraulic fins were activated when we went underwater. Alright, I'm gonna have to read it again. Okay, I accepted the warning. Oh. He was Oh, so no spoilers, no spoilers yet. I don't think you can forget stories. Can you forget your stories? Well, if you don't write them. Okay. So she was a train guard when she was younger, as she heard the guard letting the warning message that the train will submerge. Very good. I thought I didn't understand that part. I was yeah, I saw it was 2018. That's 2 years ago. Have you improved since? Have you written more books? I think you've written. I saw a couple of them there. But I'll just continue this one, see how much we'll get through. I was enjoying some, let's see, yeah, went underwater. I was enjoying some tea and honey cakes when a large sea creature swarmed near the train. It got closer and closer until an electric shock came from the train, driving the creature away. Oh yeah. I continued to chat with none other than Sarah Grimm, another school friend of mine. "Hello, Xavier," I said, very happy to see my school friend. "Hi, Lure. Yeah, so you introduced here your name. I don't, probably some family, right? Oh, that's since 70 days. You haven't written any complete story? You should. From now on then, it's these are uncertain times. I always say uncertain times nowadays, I'm sorry. It's just the SEO people got me. CEO telling everyone there are uncertain times. Alright, let's just see. We still have a long way to go for this one, so I'm gonna continue reading again. Hello, Xavier. No. It's okay, why not? I'm not a cameo, I'm just putting a character with a full character with me. And well, not with me, my character. It's nice to see your name, your cameo. I don't think that's a bad thing. You want to be around. And if you're gonna throw a name, why not throw yours? I don't know what to say about that. I enjoy having my name there. Even if it's just a cameo. Hello, Xavier, I said, very happy to see my school friend. Hi, Lori, she said in a polite tone. She was a dark fellow who I believe was part of the school writers' club. So what are you doing here? I asked. Oh, you know, just visiting my mother while trying to write my book, she said. Do you have any idea what you're writing? I asked, wondering what she was going to write. She handed me her journal and I read it. I read it in silence. Oh, what did I think my eyes were. I read since instead of silence. I think it was a long time since I read. She handed me her journal and I read it in silence. I know what she was writing, but I don't want to give it out to anybody. So when I finished reading her journal, she was thrilled to hear some criticism I made. It was rather odd at the time, but I know when she publishes her book, one day it would be a bestseller. As the train emerged and engages in wider gauge tracks, I don't think I'm spelling that right. Let's see, gauge. Come on, play the song. Play. Gauge. Yeah, gauge. As the train emerged and engages in wider gauge tracks, as we headed toward the next station, we say each other farewell as the train came to a halt. We had reached our first destination, Villa d'Or, the major city of Garou country, at 12:25 p.m. on day 3 on our trip. It was the city of gold. No, it wasn't made out of gold, but it got its name from the bustling markets. Nice. The markets ran 24/7, never stopped, even when the war broke out. On one side there were normal buildings filled with werewolves, but the other was a torn-up neighborhood filled with sheep. Probably because of the brutality of urban 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 combat from the war. I know because I've been there. I know because I've been there. Know the pain. I was still traumatized from the war. Seeing comrades lost their lives makes me want to get revenge from those cruel leaders. Unfortunately, I am too young to debate in politics and too old to join the Epsilon again. As the memories start to fade away, I come across the L'Exposition Universelle. The first thing I went to was the Avenue of Nations, seeing different people from different lands. Some wear the traditional garments from their homelands while the others show off the cultural buildings of each section of the world. The one building in particular was a tall metal tower facing the La Cathédrale de Lune. I think the tower was named after an artist or architect of some sort. Though it may be of cultural importance in later history, I haven't gotten a clue. Yeah, I'm now seeing I'm trying to imagine the Golden City or Golden Country. City of Gold, sorry. I think the tower was Cathédrale de la Lune. Was a tall metal tower, named after an artist or an architect of some sort. Though it may be of cultural importance in later history, I haven't gotten a clue. Let me just see here. The first thing I went was different people. Some wear traditional garments. Okay. Here I'm not even oh, we're supposed to I confused the tower name with the Cathédrale de la Lune. Sorry. Yeah, so we don't know the name of that yet. That's good, that's good. I then went to the red and purple tent of the guild and I saw a whole row of machines. From small automation birds to a display of airship engines. And I was fascinated. I was then tired and went to the hotel where I dreamed of airships, automatons, and the money where it might help pursue my cause and my travels. Oh, the red-purple tent of the guild. Okay. I'm trying to imagine like everything here. To display airship engines. Then. Okay. We booked our ride to the airship, the Lunaire, and went to the observation deck where I met Mr. Anderson. "You must be Luri. Nice to meet you," he said. "How do you know me?" I asked. Right. Oh, okay, we probably met with him already. He showed me the headline newspaper of what appears to be a title that might fit the description. Oh. Breaking news. Traveling around the world in 70 days. I was astonished to see the news even mentioning my travels, and I haven't even left the continent yet. What do you want? An autograph? What do you want? An autograph? You forgot the "you" there. I said jokingly. Well, I just wanted to meet the global traveler, he answered. Good day, he said in a... Good day, he said in a flamboyant tone. He was unpleased with my comment. Blame terrible jokes, I presume. As I sit quietly, I still have traumatizing memories from the war. I was an Epsilon during the international campaign. International campaign. It was a hot, humid area when... Let me just rephrase that. I don't know why I'm reading it like I'm dyslexic. It was a hot, humid area I went to with my comrades. Artillery shells and machine gun fire banged through my mind as I tried to forget the pain. I then went to the dining room and get to meet the captain of the dirigible. How you spell that? It's the thing that's flying, right? Dirigible. Yeah, it's that thing that we... Dirigible. Yeah, I was close. Met the captain of the dirigible. It's that flying thing that we don't really have anymore. There are some, but very few. I still like to imagine the world when dirigibles were the fashion, were the fad, and you just looked up at the sky and saw dirigibles and were annoyed because you wouldn't get your stand, or there'd be a lot of shadows. I don't know, there's just some thoughts I have about dirigibles. Okay, let's continue. I then went to the dining room and get to meet the captain of the dirigible. He was a loud but nice guy. Hello, madame, he boomed. I greeted him with a wave and enjoyed the dinner, which is filled with courses of many dishes from Garou. We then had a toast to the captain and balloon, which was in his maiden voyage. It was a nice night until I woke up in the trenches. Ooh. Is he dreaming? Or we're gonna start having those let me just read this again before we continue to reading the next part. I greeted him with a wave and enjoy the dinner, which is filled with courses of many dishes from Garou. We then had a toast to the captain and balloon, which was in its maiden voyage. Let me just drink some water. My throat got sore. Okay, I greeted him with a wave and enjoyed the dinner, which is filled with courses of many dishes from Guru. We then had a toast to the captain and balloon, which was in its maiden voyage. It was a nice night until I woke up in the trenches. Good. We're gonna see here. I think this will be the last one. The last part we're gonna read. I see it's kind of short, so maybe we will be able to read another one, but let me just get my inspiration stone, because I dropped it while reading, but I didn't want to stop. Oh, it's here. Writing stone, reading stone, inspiration stone. I'll just put it in my... Okay, so it would absorb my reading. Okay. Still... Yeah, that's perfect. This hair, eh? How do I put it better? Okay, this is it. I was in the trenches when my comrades sharpened their claws and cleaned their guns. When I hear the whistle blows as a sign of command to charge. Okay, the mechanical surprise, this is called the chapter. I was in the trenches when my comrades sharpened their claws and cleaned their guns. When I hear the whistle blows as a sign of a command to charge. I was slashing those sheep with my claws and shooting them for the last resort. As soon as I hear a gunshot, I woke up in my suit curled up in my bed. I was in a relief that I was still living. My ears were big and I had my claws out. They soon vanish, but I missed my half werewolf form. I went to Dement Cove, but I think it's Dement Cove, a nice seaside town where they say you can find diamonds not that far from the town. It is the little jewel of Werewolf Stadt. Okay, of Werewolf Stadt. I think it's more of a... it gets more, not Indian, but Arabic. Werewolf Stadt. Werewolf Stadt. No, that's not. Stadt. Yeah, I think that's one. It is the little jewel of Werewolf Stadt. Oh, Citat. I don't... Citat. Yeah, I think that's one. That's the one. Werewolf Citat. I like that more. I came across a brothel where most of the prospectors come to get wasted, laid by the woman, and spend their hard-earned diamonds to bring to the bright entrepreneurs. Wait, what? I came across a brothel where most of the prospectors come to get wasted, laid by the woman, and spend their hard-earned diamonds to the bright entrepreneurs. I wasn't here to get drunk and lose my valuables. I was here for a quick way out of the small state so I can continue my journey. I met the owner of the brothel, Miss Liney. Line Y. Line Y. Line Y? Who helped me with the direction while playing poker. The nearest place from here is inland towards Felds, she said while laying a card hand. Which is the fastest way to Felds? I asked. The fastest way to Felds is either by foot or steam car, she said after winning the game. Okay. The match or the game? Help me with it while playing poker. Good card hand. I thanked her and told Andre to find a steam car, and we did eventually found one driver who is surprisingly an automaton. It was a nice ride seeing the scenery of the wilderness. It is as if nature really wants to call my werewolf instincts, and I did try to control my enthusiasm. That is, until we turned to the left and went off the road. Where is it taking us? I questioned myself. Okay. Oh, so they just played a quick game here and asked for direction. They just had some chit chat and asked for direction. The fastest way to Felds is either by foot or steam car. And she won the game. She had the ace or whatever. Yeah, she had a flush. Well, not necessarily she had 10-4, but she had a full house. I thanked her and told Andre to find a steam car, and we did eventually found one driver who is surprisingly an automaton. Oh, they had an automaton. Yeah, I think that the sound is good for this one. It sounds more automatic. I'm curious if... Oh. Yeah, the sound is playing, right? Yeah. Alright, let's continue back. Okay. Yeah, so the automaton was the driver of the steam car. They had a nice ride. They looked at the wilderness, calling to lure his werewolf's instincts, until they turned left and went off the road. Alright. Where is it taking us? I question myself. I question in my mind. We didn't question the driver, but we did theorize what his motives are when we reach to our unexpected destination. Oh, yeah, I think there should be a little formatting there. We did theorize what his motives are when we reach to our unexpected destination. Oh, what his motives are when we reach the unexpected destination. Soon enough, we did reach our next stop, but it's not even marked in the map. It was a civilization filled with automatons, and I believe we are not the only alive beings to visit the megacity. Welcome to my home, said the driver. What? It was a civilian, and I believe... Okay, so... I don't... said the driver. So he was an automaton, and they had a city? Nice. Me and Andre were in awe at the unbelievable structures that seemed to blend into the surrounding environment. We saw families of automatons living their daily lives almost similar to what is like in our society. There were repair shops where it is like a visit to the doctors, schools where their young get to learn the world around them, and there is even a democratic house where they discuss different issues of the daily lives of the civilians. It is like they have a soul of some sort. Okay. Well, they have a society, they should have a soul. That's why I was pretty surprised earlier that they were surprised of what an automaton. They should have a soul if they have a civilization. That's good. Why did you take us to this pleasant place? I asked. I wanted to show you that we can create a society without the use of slave labor, the driver replied. I understood what it or he was saying, but left Andre puzzled. We went to what appears to be their leader's palace and was introduced to the apparent chief of this marvelous civilization. It wasn't an automaton leader, but rather a werewolf who founded this secretive society. Ooh. She was tall, tan, with red hair and glowing blue eyes. Her hair was short, wild, but well managed at the same time. I've been expecting you would bring outsiders to my home, she said. My apologies, but they came here to travel our land, the driver said. Are we in that? We'll just read. I'll leave that. Is this true? The chief said in a powerful boom. Yes, we are traveling the world. We meant to go to Fang Cliff, but the driver made us go to your land, I explained to the chief. Okay, so yeah, I was thinking about Fang Cliff. The chief huffed a little, glanced at us, and then puffed out smoke. She wasn't stoned like sheep and poor werewolves. What? I'm sorry, I misread that, I think, again. The chief huffed a little, glanced at us, and then puffed out smoke. She wasn't stoned like sheep and poor werewolves do in the streets getting green eyes, but she was rather calm at the situation. She handed me and Andre the pipe, which is still lit. I passed on smoking as my father would leave beat marks on my furry behind. So I gave it to Andre, and he enjoyed the spicy aroma of the pipe. I was shocked to see that he was pretty chilled after giving the pipe back to the chief. Okay. I see. The chief then showed us outside to what resembles to be a hot air balloon. To be a hot air balloon. Okay. So it was small and most likely can hold 12 people, or automatons, as I should say. Then she handed Andre a small piece of an automaton brain. The brain was made of sapphire, and she said that it was her lover's brain. She wanted us to cherish this piece as a memory of visiting the place. We thanked her and hopped onto the balloon with the driver, who's apparently the pilot as well. As we're taking off, I was taking a bath, trying to get the scent of my fur. Of what? As we're taking off, I was taking a bath, trying to take the scent of my fur. I think of my of smoke or of the fur, of the werewolf smell. It was a warm, soothing bath as I tried to figure out where we're heading next. Andre dressed me in my finest outfit as we're headed east, the opposite to where we're going. Okay. Good. This was the mechanical surprise. We're gonna end it here. So let's start and see what can we review about this. It's still pretty good. It's still early for an action. So first of all, there are some times here that I don't kind of makes me do some mental exercises, seeing when or what happens, like the intervention with the war. The war, I don't know what war was before, and what were some of the ways to live with each other were. Like, how are they living with each other? I know there was a war, but it seems like they have some kind of peace. But that peace still scares the goats or the sheep. It's like they're still pretty scared. He has to go to the roof. That goat has to go on the roof because of what the werewolves might do, and I don't think that's actually a sustainable pace. If that seems normal to them, because they made some jokes there. Then a little more. I would like a little more emphasis on the bat, because it seemed like it was a bat that could change all her life, and she just took it like that. Luri. If I lose and if I win, I feel like she just wanted. This is her only. Let's see. Wolf. Bang. Okay, so being with sheep, especially for a wolf. They're gossip, and we don't get Mr. Yeah, I know they're gossiping about werewolves, but yeah, if they're doing things, they will eventually create articles about the werewolves probably using their force to go ahead on ships. And I don't know, do they kill them every time, or why are they scared? But I don't know, I see the wolfsbane poisoning is important to her, and the cure for it, but it's not a lot of emphasis on how dangerous this wolfsbane poisoning is, and how did it affected her so much that she wants to find a cure for this poisoning. She accepted, like, we don't know, that I think that needs a little backstory. Because I get it, why $20 million in gold coins and diamond checks. Yeah, she has money, she can do it. And usually when bets are made, when bets are made, usually the people asking you something, like they offer something, but when they ask you for something valuable to you. And I don't know why Lucy wanted that medicine shop, unless it was very important to Luri. But in more, it needs a little formatting every chapter sometimes, but it's pretty okay. The story goes. We have the servant, then that's okay. It doesn't seem like peace was obtained if sheep are usually servants. But he seemed to be a butler, maybe. Not a servant, a butler, maybe. Because if they're servants, that means that that werewolves won the war, and they're not actually equal. But maybe that's the way of werewolves calling butlers and everything, calling them servants. But yeah, we can see them, people liking to go near werewolves. You can see them, like, not liking, just doing it for the money or for the adventure. That's good. And he was calmly astonished at the news and was ready to back up just when I said the word. This was an example. This needs to be formatted with the times. He was did he say the word, and or he was ready to back up just in case he would say the word. That's what mental exercises I'm doing, but still English is not my main language, so it's probably okay. Oh, a good thing would be if you can still edit it. I think you can still edit it, right? Would be when they make the contract, like $10,000 per year, and you must do everything I say. It should be a written contract, and you can stipulate there the normal rights that sheep have, like to not be killed, to not be accepted. Let me just go back a little. 10K, where's the 10K? I will pay you an annual salary of $10 as long as you don't complain. Yeah. He doesn't have to complain. He will be. He's like I think this is kind of like Sherlock's sidekick. I think he's the sidekick. He does so there might be some known rules as long as he doesn't complain, but we don't know what the interactions are between sheep and werewolves, especially since there was a war apparently. Okay, let's see what else. And the sightseeing was great. The tickets, the train was also, you could have added more a little about the train. It's pretty interesting. I imagine it was like something like steampunk version of a train with also by going underwater, that creature, that huge creature that was zapped by the train was awesome. But you could describe the creature a little more, the sea creature. I think that's if you want. I'm not sure. I think it's okay if you let a sea creature, but I imagine the large sea creature from the One Piece anime, so that was okay. I didn't enjoy like large and colossal even. No, not colossal. Colossal is too big because it won't feel. And also, is it possible for? I think so, but the electric shock came from the cage. The train should have a cage with electrics. I don't know if you can. unless it has an arm that just goes and shocks the creature until it came from the train. The electric shock, I don't think it goes directly, because it disperses in the water. It is amplified, but you need to have a lot of energy right there. I don't think that train could handle it without melting. Enough to shock the creature like. Okay. We don't know how long this reach. It kind of feels like it went too fast from going to the train station and already being on day 3 on the trip. Let's see. I don't remember. Maybe I. Okay. You could describe in the beginning that the journey will last like 3 days or so. Maybe you did and I didn't read it, so don't take it like personally. I'm just saying because I keep forgetting things which are sometimes can be seen as annoying, but yeah, it's pretty good here that we have some history of her being in the military. I still don't understand how old is she though, because she was in the war. But I think the war was pretty recent though, so that's good. But she further along we hear that she is too young to join into politics, so, and too old to, you're never too old to join anything. Oh, to join the Epsilon, that means she was like 40 or 50. 50 when, I think 50 is already when you're gone. I was enjoying some tea. Yeah, this is Sarah Grimm. They had some nice things about the journaling and read it in silence. Yeah, a little passing of time here. What I'm reading is that then Xavier and they chatted for like 3 days. The City of Gold was pretty nice from the war. And the tall metal tower. You should have a name, at least a relatable name of an artist or an architect or some sort. They should still say some Vinci or I don't know, Berlusconi, an artist name, something similar. Usually when I remember buildings, I know its name after some writer. I don't know if... let me think. Yeah, no, it's good, it's good, it's good. It's good, I don't know. I haven't read a lot of signs lately, because when you're thinking about streets, you're thinking about what they did, the name of the streets, those person. Yeah, that's good. Not remembering the tower. Okay, yeah. Join the epsilon again. Okay. And then I went, we booked right to Lunaire. Okay, so here the Lunaire, he met Mr. Anderson. It seemed like he would be... They made acquaintance somehow, but he just appeared out of nowhere, and we know him, Mr. Anderson. And do you know me? I asked. Because we didn't see any proper introduction here. He showed me the headline and that appears. My feed the restriction, that's good. That's good that he was already in the newspaper. Lucy had... Lucy? Was her name Lucy? I think her name was Lucy. She had the pool. She had the pool. Forgetting it. Forgetting those stories. What do you want? Here you're missing a U. I think you forgot it, or the autocorrect just ripped it apart. It does that sometimes. I'm very afraid for when I'm going to get to the editing phase of the book. It's gonna be bam. And yeah, this seemed a little weird. Like, what do you want, an autograph? And it's weird, this this conversation. I do get that he must be a fan or something. Or oh, he was jealous of Luri being a global traveler. This needs a little bit more depth, let's say it. Kind of, it seemed like it's too well. I just wanted to meet the global traveler. Yeah, so so he read about the global traveler, and really, and so Luri meet the global... No, Anderson wanted to meet the global traveler and just said good day. No fanboy. Good day. Huh. Global traveler, eh? I think something like that. There should be a little description to Mr. Anderson. And I don't know, what do you want? An autograph. Why would Luri want an autograph? I don't know. It's which didn't, if Mr. Anderson needs to be more flamboyant, more flamboyant with his words here, so we can have this what do you want, an autograph, so this will make more sense. Okay. Okay. Flamboyant tone. I don't know. When we then had a toast to the captain and balloon, which was in its maiden voyage, and to the balloon. Okay. It was a nice night. Okay, so he woke up. Luri. I'm sorry, I'm thinking as a man. I'm always thinking as a man. Sharpening claws. Okay, they have where she was very traumatic event. This half werewolf form, I still didn't got it. Was she in her half werewolf form now, or I saw something in the beginning. I didn't know it was that important. For a quick, yeah, this is Miss Line. Here I don't understand the. I came across a brothel where most of the prospectors come to get wasted, laid by the woman, and spend their hard-earned diamonds to the bright entrepreneurs. So there are entrepreneurs there. They go to brothels to, yeah, they could go to brothels to buy. To, you know, get some tips from other entrepreneurs that are also visiting the brothel. It still needs a little more formatting. She wasn't there to get drunk, that's good. The owner, Miss Liney, I think it's Liney or Line Y is a ship. Y, to be more precise, is ship in Romanian. Y, it's a dialect of Romanian. That's pretty good. A fun fact. Okay, so this thing with the steam car, they wanted to go to Funfelds, and they found a car that would take them to Funfelds, but actually they changed the location. Why would they do that? And why would here is the place to describe more that we heard about you visiting the world, traveling the world. Here's the place to do that. And we want you to share your story, to see our story also. Because I don't understand why the Autonomon would take them to their home. Especially them, usually it says easily any direction. Any people, it seems like they try to keep any people, get everyone in, but at the same time keep everyone out. This was a pretty take us to this. It's still a lot of whys here, but maybe we'll find out when we read. No, I don't think we find out because they already left. Okay. There should be a reason, a more better reason why they're taking, why the Autonomon decided to take them to their city. Because I don't think anyone said that all great cities are built on slave labor. And now they're going to the east. And okay, Carolina's biggest mistake remains. This I will read next time when I'll do a reading. But yeah, this was a little my review until now. It needs a little something. Yeah, I'm seeing here. I saw a comment there about someone saying that it's in some alternative version of Earth or a different world. I'm thinking that is the case. It's a different place. That's not. It's we need some more explaining about how the interactions go. Why do they go like that? Why do ships work as servants for werewolves if they have been recently in a war? It's kind of weird. We just gonna have to wait and see for next time when I'll read it. I'm not sure when. It's probably gonna be on the weekend though. But yeah, that's my whole 2 cents about it. Don't take it personally. Maybe it's greater than I see it. But yeah, my head hurts because it wants a lot of answers, and you're creating a lot of questions that would be awesome. The scenarios you're putting on are awesome, but they need a little more clarifying. Because I want to know why did the Autonomon do that? Why do the sheep accept? Why do sheep accept working as servants? And why does Luri want that Wolfsbane cure so much? And maybe we'll see it. Maybe we'll see it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I didn't butcher your words too much, because I'm not really reading properly, as you may have noticed, but it's pretty good story. I do want to find out more about these things, but yeah, this I hope I will see I'll find more answers soon about why is this happening. Yeah, especially since she's donating to that research. She's not even getting the money. The research is gonna take a lot of time. We don't know how big and important and how the wolf's bane occurs, so yeah, that's what I have until now. So yeah, this will be all for today. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. If you have been around, we will continue, we will not, and we will read the story. For now it should take us 2 or 3 streams to read it completely, and yeah, that will be it. I hope you enjoy. If you have some ideas about how this stream should the format should be, because I don't know for sure how it should be. I'm not really aware of it, but if you're having some thoughts, just let me know. I'm thinking of doing it this way, just probably not even turning the webcam on, and I'll just read the book, probably that one. I'm gonna see, I'm still experimenting. But yeah, this was it for today's episode. I'm Dick Moonstruck, and I don't know, this was Moonstruck Reads. I don't know the name of the show yet, but until now we have Moonstruck Reads. So have a great day. This was 70 Days by Sarah Grimm, and I'll hear you soon. Follow me on Twitter if you want, or follow me on everywhere you're seeing me, on YouTube or Twitch or everywhere I'm live streaming to you, and so you can get notified when I'm going online. And yeah, for now this is it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed the story. It's still pretty interesting, but we have to get deeper into the situation, because we learned about the automatons, the golden city, the city of gold. That one was pretty awesome, and it had some problems in the past by the war, so we can see what happened. I'm sorry, I have to go to the bathroom. I just can't hold it in. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, we'll continue reading this until the end, and we're gonna see what happens. What will they see? I'm still don't know. Another thing, I still don't know if it's focused on sightseeing and imagination more, or on action, on her past, her future. That's what I'm waiting to see, because for now it seems that their adventure is describing that world, that amazing world they have, and that's still very awesome. We're gonna imagine some things that you imagined, and I do enjoy that. I do enjoy imagining things, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Okay, so without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'll post on Twitter, that's why. Oh, and I'll post on YouTube. Maybe when I'll go online, I'm preparing something special which is called the 10K. The 10K day. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do a run to write 10,000 words. Yeah, I don't know when it started, that's why I made this. I want to say short, but we already yeah, it's already past 2 hours past. I have 5 more minutes. I'll stay 5 more minutes. I'll stay 5 more minutes and explain what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna prepare myself to write for however long it takes me to get to 10,000 words. And I'm now watching some videos about how to prepare for this, how to do them, how to enjoy them. And it's gonna be today or tomorrow, so I don't know for sure. That's why I'm telling you now, in case you're watching. It's gonna start, and I'm gonna write until I get 10,000 words. So I might get some sleep now. I might rest my eyes. I might do some meditation, prepare some food, and have everything stocked for probably 12 or more hours of writing. Of course, with small breaks to stretch my eyes. But yeah, I'll also make a video probably afterwards about how it went. And yeah, we'll see you then. We'll see you then. And nothing's gonna change. The thumbnail's not gonna change. It's gonna be the same format. I'll probably talk less, explain less the things, and write more. That's what I'm gonna do. And if that goes well, the rest of the week it's gonna be free for me. So I can do whatever I want. But I'm gonna try it. I know it's gonna take a toll on my mind, on my eyes. And yeah, please subscribe if you wanna see when I'll go online, because next time when I'll go online, it's gonna be for this. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, for listening. Hope you're all having a good day in these uncertain times. This was reading with Moonstruck. We're at 70 Days by Sarah Grimm. Subscribe, like, and share the video if you enjoyed it. And see you next time. See you next time when I'll get ravaged by the hours. Okay, I'm gone. Bye.